Hi, this is Jana from Inner Fidelity. I'm here in Irvine, California, visiting Ultimate Ears, getting custom in-ear monitors for the first time. I thought I'd take you guys along and show you what that's like, and also give you a look at their factory.
Hey, Philippe.
Hey, I'm Jana. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Jana.
Emailed, but I've never met you in person before.
Yeah, no, so thank you for stopping by today.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
So you told me that you wanted to get a pair of custom. That's your first time, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Very cool. So let me take you through the process. What we'll do is we'll take an impression of your ear, and then I'll give you a quick tour of our lab so you can get a feel for how we make the product. So with that, let's start with meeting Jen. So Jen here
Hi, Jen.
is...
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
has been with us for a long time, but one of the cool things about Jen, she's also has been trained for the last couple of years on how to scan your ear in a digital way. We have a 3D scanner that allows us to get a digital impression of your ear. So Jen will take you through the process as we speak.
All right,
Are
come
you ready to
with
go?
me. Go ahead and have a seat and we'll get started.
Okay.
All right, so let's get started. What I'll need you to do is actually put your hair behind your ears so that we can reach your ears to take the scan. I'm also going to use this headset. This allows the 3D scanner to map out your ear and have a frame of reference.
Mm-hmm.
This process is really simple and easy. It allows me to scan your ear without being an audiologist. I was trained and certified 2 years ago. I've scanned well over 200-300 people, if not more. And so we're going to get started. First, what we need to do is get your ears cleaned, which we have actually alcohol right here. I'm going to have you take these 2 Q-tips
Okay.
and clean the insides, and then I'm going to give you 2 more, and you're going to clean the bowl area of your ear and the outer part of your ear. So there's no waxes or oils because that won't allow for us to scan the ear if there's any waxes or oils in there. A clean device. This right here is the probe that I'm going to stick in your ears. There's 2 cameras on each side that are going to pick up these dots on the headset and allow us to map your ear out. While I'm taking your scan, there'll be no talking or moving unless absolutely necessary.
Okay.
Are there any questions before I get started?
No.
Okay. All right, here we go. You're going to be able to see in your ear, so it might look interesting. See a little wax, but that's completely normal. They say wax happens. I might have to go in there.
Hi, I'm Jana. I have a lot of earwax and
Hi Jenna, I'm Ann Mundell Noel. I am the audiologist with Ultimate Ears and I can help you with that today. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a little hydrogen peroxide and I'm going to use this little bulb and I'm going to put some peroxide in your ear for just a few minutes. We're going to let the peroxide dissolve the wax and flush it out. I'm going to take this and you're going to feel a little hydrogen peroxide going down. It feels a little bit cold. But when it goes in, yeah, feels weird because it's close to your eardrum. Sounds funky. But you're going to hear a little bubbling in your ear, which is normal. And all you're going to do is lay there for a few minutes and let it do its job. You okay?
I can barely hear you.
Yeah, because you're plugged up. But are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. You feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels. A lot of people say it's very soothing. What do you think? Feel a little pressure?
A little bit of pressure.
Sure, yeah. And so with this one, actually, now that we pulled that wax a little bit forward, I'm actually going to lay you down on the couch and dissolve it a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to just drop a little bit of that hydrogen peroxide back into your ear. Yeah, I know it feels cold.
Yeah.
We warm it up a little bit beforehand, makes it a little bit easier. Your body warms it up too. In here, there you go. And if you feel a little bit of gurgling. You plugged up again?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll give you a few minutes.
Okay.
Down towards the sink, and here we go. Ooh, get to see your face on that one.
Yeah, not sure I want to.
There you go. There we go again. You know, it feels so weird, doesn't it?
It really does. Do you do
Okay.
this to yourself a lot?
I do.
A clean path to get the scan perfectly.
Cool.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'd rather have it. I'd rather us work it out, and then we'll let her know what's going to happen. So you and I will. I'd rather just figure it out. All right, Jenna. Now that you're done, let me show you how we're going to be building an in-ear monitor from your scan. So just follow me.
Okay.
Our factory is here in Irvine, and everything is actually handcrafted here. So this is where all the magic happens. Let's come on here. And we're going to start with the first step. So as a first step, we take that ear impression and we get it ready to build your in-ears. And so, as we mentioned earlier, there are two different ways. Either we do a digital scan like you've done, or if you don't have access to one of our digital scanner, we still have no problem taking a regular ear impression coming from an audiologist and using that ear impression to build your products. How do we do this? We take that impression and put it into this digital scanner, and from that digital scanner we end up with a 3D rendering of that ear impression. So either you do it like you did, where we scan the inside of your ear with a scanner directly, or we go the old way with a regular ear impression, and we again get into the digital world, as you can see on that screen. Once that is done, the next step for us is what we call detailing the ear impression. What does that mean? Every ear is unique, and so it's very important for us to get more information than we really need, because it's easy for us to carve out what we don't need as opposed to guess what your ear impression looks like. So the process that you see here on the screen is to eliminate, to reduce all the unnecessary information that we have here. So what you see here is an ear impression that has been detailed. So in yellow is what we need, and in blue was the original ear impression. So the beauty of having this in the digital world is we can cut, we can shave, we can do all kinds of manipulations, and if by mistake Jim cut something that wasn't supposed to be cut, the beauty of being in the digital world is we can do undo. We can remove the function or the action that we take, and we're able to go back to the original impression. Once the product has been nicely detailed, it's ready to go, the next big step for us, and this is something we started about 3 years ago, is to use that detailed impression and use a 3D printer to 3D print the final product. So let me show you how we do this. So the device that you see here has a vat of acrylic. That acrylic is exactly the same material that we used to use in the past to make our ear impression, except now the curing is done by a laser, and layer by layer, slowly but surely, the entire product is built by this product. The advantage of that is we can have multiple devices on a tray, and also it makes it a lot easier for us to reprint if you reorder a product, because we have your digital impression and we just have to press print and get the product out. So this is a big advantage because it gives us also a lot more consistency from product to product. What comes out of there is, let me just show you an example here, is a beautiful clear shell that has been done in less than a couple hours on the printer.
Wow. Okay.
So here's a different example of those shells. Once this is done, your shell is now ready to be populated with speakers. So let me show you how we do that. So the driver that we use are called balanced armature. The beauty of a balanced armature is we can have multiple balanced armature inserted inside your ear. So as you have seen on our product lineup, we start with 2 balanced armature per ear, and we go all the way up to 6 balanced armatures per ear. So here's a couple examples of products. So this is our reference remaster. These are 3 different balance armature, and this is our UE 18 Plus that has 6 balance armature. You can see they are in pairs 2, 4, and 6 here. Just like we made some significant improvement by using 3D printers, we also inside the product made some very nice improvements, and you can see here that each of the balanced armature are actually nicely tucked away into what we call a boot. The boot will hold the balanced armature inside the device and make sure that the integrity of the sound quality is preserved. The gentleman that's sitting here, what he does, he will take your shell and he will insert the pre-assembled balanced armature, and then he will play a reference sound through the connector. It will measure on the screen what is produced out of this product and compare it to our reference signature. You will then manually adjust and hand tune every product until what comes out of here is the exact sound signature that we had designed for that product. So if you have a reference remastered, it will match the reference remastered sound signature. If you have a 18 Plus, same thing. Once this is done, the next step is to use a faceplate and cover the inner monitor to protect all the components inside. So let me show you how we do this. So here's an example of a product that has been already sealed. You can see the faceplate has been added on the top. We UV cure with the glue on the outside, and now the product is perfectly sealed from the outside. Once that process is done, depending on your personal taste, we have the ability to what we call bling the product, to personalize it, to make it yours and yours only. And so let me show you how we do this. So if you like wood, if you like leather, if you like different types of material, we take a raw material, we will then cut the exact contour of your ear out of this material, and we'll apply it to the outside of your ear. So here's some examples of beautiful decoration and personalizations that we have done. You can see the sky's the limit of all these different products. We also have the ability to add bling, so you can see little rhinestones. We have also a pretty cool design that uses watches parts that we can put on the outside. So here again, the sky's the limit. Whatever pieces of art, whatever piece of the content that you would like to put on each of the side of the ear, we have the ability to take it, scale it, crop it, make sure it fits perfectly inside your ear, and then print it on the outside of your ear. All right, so now that you've seen how with the ability to bling up the outside, we also have the ability to personalize the carrying case. So here again, you have several selections that you can take. The big Rody case, the round one, or what we call the squircle. On each of these products, you have the ability to laser engrave your name. So here's an example of that would look like. Here you can see the word reference remastered, but in this case it could be just Jana as an example. Again, the ability to make sure that this is your product and yours only. Once this is all done, the next and final step, probably the most important step, is what we call our final quality check. And what we do here is we check everything, making sure there is no bubble, there is no problem, the connector is tight, the sound signature is perfect. So let me show you where that happens here. So at this station, every single element of the total package is reviewed, making sure the box is nice and clean, that the product is nice and clean. Again, there's no bubble, the sound signature is perfect. When you get an Ultimate Ear product, you get a very premium product. We want the experience to be super premium. So we spend several check on every single of those elements, and then once it's done, we actually sign. The person that is responsible to check that signs saying, yes, I've checked everything, and we're ready to close the box. Last step is shipping. So from here in Irvine, we ship everywhere in the world, and we ship it next day because we want to make sure that the product gets delivered as soon as possible. The entire process takes us about 5 days. You order on Monday, we ship it the next Monday. So there you go. There is your tour, and I cannot wait for you to tell us what you feel about your product.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.